Mini 3 mics right now. The mics themselves are charged. I was charging those yesterday, but I did not charge the actual receiver that plugs into the back of the camera. I was under the assumption, and happens when you assume, makes an ass out of you and me, that was using the power from the camera for the receiver for the microphones. It was not. So I'm learning. Texting my son right now. He's want me to send him a link. I'm like, hey, jump on YouTube and check this out. So hopefully this microphone is okay for right now. It looks like it's a little high. I'm going to adjust it down a bit. And I'm going to resolve this. If it sounds weird, I'm going to be resolving it quickly. It's about half charge right now. But today, we're going to be removing the soffit above the kitchen, or at least opening this up so we can see what's in it. I believe they have run some wires down through the top. Something that I seen yesterday when I was taking the ceiling tiles out that made me a little nervous is that there is quite what looks like a arced burnt spot in the 220 wire above the box where it goes in. At some point when we get to doing the electric, I'll show you that. My plans is to remove that. I'm going to need 220 for upstairs for a dryer. So if we can get this out of the wall safely without damaging it, or at least be able to cut it off at a point to where I can pull, because it's literally right above the box the burnt spot is. So once I get a chance to inspect the rest of the wire, I may be able to just pull that down past that burnt spot, cut it right above the burnt spot, rewire it in, and hopefully still have enough to, if I cut it off here, to whip it up into the laundry room, because it's going to work out pretty good with the location. And then just purchase a new 220 or 240, depending on how you say it, a new 240 cable or wire to the stove here. Yeah, that was a lot for a little. He's asking me to send a link. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to link it over to him right now. Let's see here. Bear with me. We were just taking it easy this morning. We've been streaming for about 10 hours a day. If there's ever a point where you see the camera pointing in the corner or something like that, somebody showed up that did not want to be on the live stream, but just to continue it while they're here working or helping or visiting, or we'll be pointing it in locations where the person will not be, or whoever would choose that they don't feel comfortable in the live, which I understand. Let's see. Same thing with any future projects that I do for other homeowners. If they didn't want to feel comfortable, or they don't feel comfortable being on the live or part of the live, I'm completely understanding of that. And I will, no problem, meet those wishes. Okay, so let's see here. It's got to be easier than this. I'll see where I can actually, okay, let's go to your videos. A little different setup on the phone than this I'm used to here. Day 2, here we are. All right, let's see where I can actually, oh, yes. A little different setup on the phone than this I'm used to here. Day 2, here we are. See if I can get the notifications. There we go. All right, let's see. Just sound on this phone. I do not not want to let that go. No, there's got to be a way to get that embedding. I want to share it. I should be able to just share it with you. Oh, there it is. I found the copy link. So we wanted. Alright. Got a fan request taken care of. Send the link. Let's get started. Drink some coffee. So before I start hammering and banging without my better mics, I don't think it's going to be very pleasant viewing. I'm going to set up a coffee pot that I was talking about yesterday. I'm definitely going to bring a coffee pot. This one is a Toastmaster from Dollar General, where we live. I believe it was 28 or 29 bucks. You didn't know it's going to be an unboxing video, did you? We're going to have a little bit of everything. That's what happens live. A little bit of everything. You don't know what's going to happen. So we get to see the box and I'll drop it on the ground and bring it out. I like to keep tidy as we go. There's this much going on. Don't break the coffee. We'll get the hand. There, the maker itself. They had it cardboarded in there. Oh, very nice. Just got a little basket. Brought some coffee in the house. I love this coffee. I drink it all the time. I've probably been drinking it for, I don't know how many years, more than 10. I did change the blend a little bit a few years back, but I'm okay with it. I like the medium. There's a cable tie with the coffee pot. The plug itself, I guess that lets you know it's not been used. A little wire twist tie on the wire. Relatively easy setup. Matter of fact, consider when we rip that out, I think I'm going to put it over here. I don't want to drop a little dust in the coffee right away. After a little bit after a while, it's not bad, but right away is not. So far, it's very easy to use. Oh, I kind of like this already. I bought a more expensive. I just bought a more expensive coffee pot maybe 2 months ago. It was like $100. Not an espresso or anything like that, just coffee. And there's a couple little features I don't care for about it. I'm used to having these $25, $30 coffee makers. So to have a nice one kind of throws me off a little bit. but it does make good coffee, and the hot plate on it's very good. Like your coffee's really nice and hot. My normal mix here is 8 cups of water with 3 shook off scoops of coffee. Oh, I think we have lift off. You have the power on and then hit the brew. I do believe we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Alright, we made quite a bit of progress yesterday. I'm not in working shape anymore, but I'm going to get in it. I'm feeling it today. Oh. Feel like your whole body was like leg day. And you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever had leg day where you're like your muscles just don't move the way you want them to. They're like jello a little bit. They will get warmed up and recover. Oh, my, your coffee cracking over there. That's good. So the first thing we need to do is cut one of the corners like we did yesterday. Let me switch my razor blade over. Anywhere there's a corner that you want to take apart, I need a razor knife to keep it from ripping the paper up, whatever surface I'm trying to keep. So I'm trying to keep the ceiling. I don't want it to rip the ceiling paper off. I'm taking out the ceiling and I don't want to rip down the wall and keep it from ripping the wallpaper down. Not wallpaper, but the drywall paper. Drywall on the wall paper versus on the ceiling. That's a little tricky to say. I never said I could walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I'm expecting to see some wiring in here, and that is about it. That's why it's coming out. This was an old method, very style, you should say. I mean, I could say very, very common style back in the day that they would put soffit, even when there wasn't anything in there they were trying to hide. Now, the only time you have soffit is if there is a cold air, return of supply, plumbing that you're trying to hide. There's no other way you can run it. Things of that nature to where you're covering up something. But I've taken soffit out of kitchens all the way around, and there was absolutely nothing in it, not even a single fire. It was just the style back then in this time. Whenever I go about doing something like if I'm cutting corners and I know I'm going to take this whole soffit out, I just go ahead and cut it all at one time. For me, it's just the easiest and most efficient, especially when you're on a big project. You want to pick something, see it through before you go into the next thing. Because if you don't, you end up with that bunch of half undone things. You're not making real progress. Because the switch back and forth is tough. Certain things require certain tools. And others, so once you move on to the next stage, those tools really can be put up and put away. A razor knife is not one of those tools. It's this you need the whole time. I can't quite reach that. Coffee smells good. Razor knifing is done. Before I started managing all the time, even when I first started, I kept putting a razor knife in my back pocket for probably a year and a half. It's just like a wallet to me. It's one of my everyday items, just right in the back pocket. I would even times going out with the wife, we'd have dinner night or we'd have date night and go out to dinner, have some nice clothes on, have absolutely no need for a razor knife, no thought of a razor knife, and when I sit down with my dress pants on, hear the clank of the razor knife, because when I got out of the shower and put my wallet and keys and everything, I just bought it and just put it in there. I don't have it, I can't help it, it's just like automatic. It's been quite a few years now, I kind of broke that habit, so getting back into the habit of having a razor knife in my pocket is kind of brings back memories. It's an odd thing, I know. Alright, trying to let that mic charge up before I start beating and banging. I don't think this camera's going to handle the sound of it very well. Come on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we are good. All right, now the sound should be coming through the DJI mic. It should be much better sound. Turn it up just a bit. Nice. All right, now this sound should be much better. It's got a much 32-bit sound. Should really be just like it was yesterday, which turned out to be pretty nice, except at the end of the stream yesterday, I forgot to unmute it on here. And I did the outro for the day and completely silent. But hey, you know, what can you do? I'm learning as we go here. This is day 2. I'd say by day 65, I'll have it under wraps by then. Oh, that's a good one. Leave down in the comments, how many days do you think it's gonna take to get this renovation done? I should have brought some earmuffs. It's a little echoey in here. All right, let's do what we do when we do it.
So I know there's corner bead on this. So I'm just kind of going down in the middle here, finding out where the studs are, and then I'll start peeling this down. Not the most fun thing in the world. A lot of times it just comes out in pieces, but we'll see. Oh, that's not too bad. That's where cutting the ceiling really helps. We have a couple wires. Very interesting to me how they did this. It looks like there's like 2x2s or something on the inside of this block. I don't understand why they just didn't 2x4 it. This is the corner bead here. It is not fun, but this is cake work compared to what the plaster and lath corner bead is. It's wire mesh, and it will hurt you. Oh, the coffee's ready. The coffee pot's nice. It whipped that coffee right up. For the price, it's very efficient. I'm happy. Considering I didn't even buy that one. So somebody else bought that for the job site, so it makes me happy. .220 wire is what I'm looking for. I see outlet. I'm not sure. This is a junction box or something outside. Looks like both of these are. Let's figure out what that is. There's that 220 wire. I knew it was living up there somewhere. I'm kind of surprised they did all that, ran all that down to the ceiling like that. Why not just run it around to the wall? Just run it down and around. I don't understand that. Whatever. All right. Trying to do this a little bit of a lazy way. I can pull this off here at the top and then not have to pull that corner bead off. I'll just beat those off of there or cut them off, one or the other. These braces. I'm just hitting drywall across there just to break it. Makes it easier to pry off. If I take this out, I'm gonna have to seam that in with that drywall. That's why I want to save the ceiling when I can. Then we'll clean that edge up, and that'll be what's get the tape joint that goes to the corner. Looks like I might be able to pull this down. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it's full of stuff. I can feel it. It's nasty and dirty. I hope I don't get my eyes full of shit here. Let's take a saw and cut that through there. The old Sawzall. Before you run a Sawzall on anything, you gotta make sure you check, especially if you're running it deep. There's no wiring, because it will not hesitate to cut right through it. Trying to change out the Sawzall blade. I dropped all the blades out of the little case at once. I'm putting them back in there. It's important to get the right Sawzall blade for the job. In this case, because we're cutting wood, just got a little more of the rough edge, the fine tooth, that are closer together, or for metal, cutting nails, things like that. That's what I had in yesterday, dropping those doors out. I'm just going to cut this brace so I can just pull this section down. my coffee up because I think things are going to fly everywhere. I want to be off to the side of this mess. What is holding it? Not one loose? Oh yeah, I missed one. Move the ladder out of the way. I don't want to bend it. Yep, definitely would have hit the ladder. Whew. What the hell is that? That ain't good. Looks like a pile of raccoon shit. A big one. Big one. Yeah, I hope a raccoon don't pop out of there. I ain't had any rabies shots lately. Here, you think I'm joking? Look at this. Yeah, that's a pile. There's another one right up in there. I mean, it's been up in there a couple days. Or her, him or her. Possum or raccoon. Pretty good pile. That ain't a cat. If it is, it's a mountain lion. I don't think it'll fit in there. I don't hear nothing scurrying around. Hopefully I was scared it up out of there with all that beating. Well, that leads a little bit of excitement to the whole situation. You never know what the hell you're going to find. That is one thing I have learned in this business. You never know what you're going to find. I pulled out a bathtub one time, and when I lifted the bathtub out, I heard something crack. And what it was like glass breaking, which, you know, there's generally not glass breaking under a tub when you pull it out. I pulled it out. There was not one, but two empty fifths of liquor that a guy, I'm assuming, drank while they were installing the tub, because that's the only way you can put it in behind the wall of the tub is before the tile actually goes on. So they were in brown paper bags still. The one broke as I was taking the tub out. It was an old cast iron tub. And the other one was, I mean, I grabbed it out of there and I slid that brown paper bag off of there, and it was pristine because it had not been in the daylight. And with that bag around it, it looked like the day had come off the shelf. And I showed it to the homeowner that I was doing the work for, and she was absolutely ecstatic about it because her sister just so happened that she collected old bottles and had a bunch in her basement, and she showed it to her sister, and it was a big thing. They were super pleased with the whole situation. But yeah, like I've found all kinds of weird stuff over the years, for sure. A lot of old coins. Found money before. Oh, one cool thing that I found when I was flipping houses, we were up in the attic, and this was another historical restoration in Newport, Kentucky. That in the attic, we moved back some of the insulation, and they had lined the cavities of each one of them with newspaper before they put the insulation in it way back when. It just so happened that one of the sections that we had to remove to vent through and do the work we had to do, there was front pages of when the Titanic sank. And my cousin, his girlfriend at the time, I think now wife at this time, he gave it to her as a Christmas present because she was huge into the Titanic, framed it and everything, but it was a super cool find. super cool. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, you just get like a really good feeling, like a feeling of surprise, a feeling of gladness when you find something like that. It's a very unique feeling. And especially when, you know, you give it to the person who you're doing the work for, show them what you found, and they just are ecstatic. It's great. It's a great situation to be a part of. Versus some of the other situations I've been in where, you know, people's homes have caught on fire and I'm showing up right after the fire department, as like literally the fire department was still there some of the times. I did some emergency fire and water restoration work for a while, and those are some hard situations to deal with. You know, people have lost literally almost everything, and it's you got to take the little wins in life, like when you find something and how that makes you feel, kind of get you through. There's other times when it's not so fun. Hopefully we're scaring any kind of raccoons or possums down that way and they don't start flowing out of this hole. If I see paws coming back and her teeth coming at me, I'll know. Probably need to go get Micah, my trusty helper. She is not on the job today, but I promise you, if I brought her here and there was a raccoon or anything around here, she'd know exactly where it was within about, I would give her 3 minutes, 5 minutes, because it's a new place. She'd know exactly where it was. The dog has got a nose on her like nothing I've ever seen. I think she shuts in 3-level dog. I just don't have the time to take her and get her trained. She's just our family dog, but she really is an incredible dog. We're gonna be having some puppies. She just is currently going through her first heat. She's 14 months. It's not good to breed them in the first heat, in my opinion. We've had it happen before accidentally in the past. Things luckily turned out okay. But I actually use Grok AI a lot recently, you know, because that's the new thing. Everybody's on the AI, so I'm trying to learn how to ride the motorcycle of AI so I don't get left behind. And it says that the recommendation is, with all the data that it can search in a matter of seconds, is that it is best to wait past the first heat, and most responsible breeders wouldn't breed at the first heat. So I just went with that. We're not in any hurry. And from what Grok said, which made a lot of sense, is that they are more likely to have problems if they have pups in the first heat with actually delivering the litter. And also, which this one I didn't know and really didn't even consider, was that they are actually not mentally ready yet to nurse the puppies along. That's one of the main reasons, or a big part of the reason why you would wait, is to allow the dog to mature and to be able to mentally handle the pups, because it puts a big strain on them. It does. You really gotta up the feed of the mothers. You gotta watch the mother. Some people pay too close attention to the puppies and don't keep close enough attention to the mom. And in my opinion, you take good care of her and she'll take good care of the puppies. And that's worked out pretty good. Until they get to the size where you gotta, if we have enough area where she can get away from them when it comes time, where they're getting big enough where they chase her around the yard every time she comes within vicinity. When they get about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, it starts to be a little too much. that long. Alright, I need to get something to completely stop these sinks up. Any kind of debris falling down in the sink and stopping it up, even though I'm replacing all this and plumbing and all, P-trap and all. Excuse me, dust got me choked up. You got a dust mask laying right there. Even though replacing it all, I don't want it stopped up right now. I need something to get my coffee made. Matter of fact, let's give that a try. Drink a little from the house. First cup of coffee at the new place. Made at the new place. Not first cup of coffee here, but made here from us. Tastes great. Nice and hot. All right. I'm going to have to put this mask on for a bit. I got the mic just clipped to my hat there. All right. Do, 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 do. Still see, can you? Let's see here. All right, yeah, a little bit. I was kind of watching through it yesterday. I'm going to try to do a better job at just keeping the camera marking so you can see what's going on. I don't want to get a bunch of dust in it right away, but hey, that's what it's here for. Let's work it. I got to figure out how to see the live chat. Right now I can't see the live chat. Right now all I see is this. I can probably exit this and check out the live chat, but I don't want to at this moment. I think I can just swipe up and go into a different app, but I don't know if it'll cut it out or not. I'll have to test that. learning something new every day, and this live stream stuff is definitely new. It's fun. Gives it a nice twist. I generally don't talk to myself, so if I'm the only person here, hopefully somebody sees it someday. I can reach exactly flat-footed 8 foot. So I always said I was made for residential construction. I am about 6'1", 6'2", 6'1" and a half or something, 6'2". Without my shoes on. Just making a pile over here where this other one drops. Let these younger strong guys carry this stuff out to the dumpster. I got a dumpster on the way today. Should be dropped sometime today. Looking forward to that showing up. We can remove the debris that we demoed out yesterday. Not quite cut that through right there. Probably should be throwing those small pieces in a bag. I'll bag that up here in a bit. I don't like handling things twice. I'd like to just throw it right in a bag from there. To bring a garbage can from the house. This light's gonna have to come apart. Because this is on this single light switch, when I open this, if there's only one wire going to it, I know that it's dead because it's one wire fed back to this switch. If there's more than just a single wire coming into it and twisted, then it's jumped to other lights somewhere else, and that, or it could be tied into something else. In that case, I would test it. So it looks like we do have multiple wires, but the hot just come out. So I will undo the neutral here, not touching anything, and stick it right back on there. Push it up in there. I don't like getting shocked. It feels like bee stings unless you get grounded, and then it zaps it hurts. Luckily, with a good pair of boots on, good rubber sole boot, if you're not in water, your boots are not wet, generally it just feels kind of like a tingling, kind of a, almost like when you wake up and your arm's asleep, but quicker and right away. It's a real shocking experience, I'll tell you that. All right. Now, I could see that these are nailed this way on the back side, so I'm going to just hit them opposite of what they're nailed against to knock them loose. I got a pretty, I don't know if this is like a 5-pound. It's easier to take something like this and swing it a little easier than wear your elbow out swinging a smaller hammer. It's more like a wrecking ball. All right. So when I pulled that one loose, I actually see movement, which means she's going to go somewhere already. I'm going to try not to hit this. I might want to actually cut this in sections because I don't want a big piece of this to come down and hit the faucet and blow water everywhere. That'd be a good video, but it wouldn't be very fun to clean up. All right, so we are checking for raccoons and wires. I'm just using my Sawzall blade to rake back some of this insulation that's in here instead of doing it with my hand. Just checking to make sure there's nothing in there. Get this out of the way. First, let's set the hammer way back over here. Nice. I'll take it. We need to cut it by that wire. I don't think the box is fastened. Joint right here. Go ahead and cut it. Cut the corner bead joint. Try not to spill this all over me. All right. Cut it right in here somewhere as well. Excuse me. checking the electric to see where it's nailed to, if anything. Looks like it's nailed to something. That's good. That's a good start. That's good. Just cut it and leave it here. I'll bust it. All right. What do we have here? What we have here is a failure to communicate. If you know where that's from, put it down in the comments. All right. How can you have any meat if you didn't eat your pudding? All right. Wasp bird nest up here. Got some mud dauber nest. We got all kinds of stuff here, people. I have to move the coffee pot. We're getting in a dangerous territory of drywall dust in the coffee pot. We can't have that. We cannot have that. Whew. It's too much like work. Ah, it's nice and hot. Nice and hot. Watch out, shit's going everywhere. Keep it exciting. Don't catch a nail to the face. Woo! Let's go. Not having a radio is rough. But I can't have a radio because of copyright. Get banned. Banned. Which I don't understand. Like, if I'm listening to, okay, so I understand, wait, let me rephrase that. I do understand. I understand copyright. I understand protecting your rights as an artist. You have to make money. The way you make money is by people listening to the songs, selling records, t-shirts, playing your songs on the radio. I understand all that. What I don't understand is how is a copyright infringement for me to play a public radio station, a local public radio station that pays a royalty to that artist to play it on the radio to allow viewers like myself to enjoy it. Now, if I'm tuned into their radio station and giving them advertising, they're advertising whatever it is on there is going to be playing on my video, plus all the songs. Like, I don't know. I don't still see what the harm would be. Now, if I'm making my own playlists and throwing music into intro videos and things like that, that's different. But on just a public radio station, I would think you'd be all right. But apparently it's not. If you think or can prove otherwise that it's okay, let me know. That I won't get banned on YouTube. I mean, I could do it, but I don't know for how long until I get banned. and I don't want to get banned. This is an unauthorized technique. It's called the wiggle jiggle. Wiggle it and jiggle it and see whether it looks like it's going to come loose. Or if it's going to come loose at all. Sometimes it's like, nada. I see what's going on here, see? A little wiggle, a little jiggle. Otherwise, we've got a brace in here. I need a big ass pry bar for that. Big ass pry bar. Damn it, there must be another one back there somewhere. Bag. We got a bag of shit. Is it gold bars? No. No, no gold bars. Is it a bag of money? Nope, it's not. All right. I don't see any braces. This ain't right. What's holding on to us here? Little one in the corner. It's holding on for dear life, whatever it is. Get the big ass hammer. Sometimes you just gotta let know who's the boss, you know? All right. All right, all right, all right. Where's my coffee at, damn it? We're having a crisis. I didn't knock it down into something, did I? Woo, doggy. I hope it's sitting out here on the table. Yep. Found it. Oh, I got something else today, too. Boom. Damn, it's dusty in here. Let's get mobile. Let's get mobile with it. Tearing things out. Made quite the mess down here. Quite a mess. I did bring something today, my chair. Something like a little insulation down your neck first thing in the morning. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I can see myself on the video here. And I can also switch scenes, which is pretty cool. Then you can switch. Pretty neat. That's just what my iPad's pointed at. But I'll have some coffee with me. Time to take a break. All right. What's up? It's Gladiator here. And if you're just joining us, we are in the middle of day 2. Not quite the middle. A little early to be the middle. Early day 2. And enjoying a cup of coffee, taking a break. Just ripped out a bunch of soffit in the kitchen. Got a bunch of insulation and nasty shit down my neck. But it's not the first time. And it probably won't be the last. So I'm going to enjoy some coffee and take a fiver here. And this would be where I'll be interacting in a live chat once we get things going. I'll be on the breaks. But for right now, I'm kind of checking it when I go home. I don't know if I can jump on my phone or not. Let's try since we're just hanging out. Should be able to. Yeah. Nice. I can actually check out my chat here. Very nice. Looks like a couple people are watching. That's cool. Very nice. All right, so it looks like I can do a little bit of chat response with my phone, which is nice without taking a chance on cutting the live out. Was a little concerned. It did say using the app. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose. While using this Logitech, I always want to say Mervo. It's Mevo, M-E-V-O, Mevo app. That if you get a phone call, it could potentially drop the live. So I've been kind of concerned that may happen. Get some tissue paper here, something. poured some of that old coffee out. Oh. It's going to be quite the place. A very large room. It's cool though. Super cool. I think once I finish ripping out the soffit in here, I'm going to be jumping over to the cabinet that is around the water heater and around the pipes. It's kind of surgical. I'm going to remove that. And then to finish up maybe the afternoon, I'm going to be removing this section over here. This section over here where this closet area is where the old boiler used to be. This was the boiler room. It was actually in here apparently. So this is all going to be removed as well. There's no need for it any longer. That's why I'm removing the old radiated heat. There's quite a bit of it to remove. Not to where it's a pain. I don't know if I brought any Tylenol with me or not. Might take some Tylenol today, help with the soreness a little bit. These are coming right along. The bathroom is 90% demoed. I wanted to leave the plumbing in there for right now to be able to use it and use the bathroom. That way I don't have to get a porta-john on site. And I want to keep the water working to the sink just to be able to wash your hands and face and have water. I don't know if there's an outside spigot somewhere. If not, I'm going to have to run one. I want to run a hose. Something we can wash down things outside. This is a septic system here, so I don't want to be washing paint and drywall mud, things like that down into the septic system and mess up the biology of the system and the bacteria breaking down the waste. See if I can't get those ceiling fans to work. Might get a little circulation going in here. I'm trying to keep the AC completely off. I don't want to suck any dust or anything up in it. The furnace, the AC at all. I'm excited to get the dumpster here and get everything out of here. I like to keep things tidy. Taking this floor out is going to be a job. A serious job. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it is an ocean wave. Now, when I get everything cleaned out, I want to get the transom in here, and I got to shoot it all and see at what height I actually have to set it to be able to hit all these doorways about as best as I can. I'm going to be really focused on the front door threshold where we walk in and the back door threshold. Those heights look like they're close to original. All the baseboard's going to have to come off. This post right here is down about 1.5 inches. I think this is the one that's sagging. I believe that's because of this end, but I want to open this up, investigate, see if this is rotted underneath here. I didn't see any rot, major rot with but all I had was a little camera snake on about a 5 foot. We stuck it down in some holes that was already existing. I didn't get to see around here. It looks like to me the center, there's like a center beam. Wood was more than likely wood because of how old it is. There's a center wood beam that has maintained pretty well. The height, just by eyeing it, looks relatively even. it's definitely sagging. It's sagging right here a bit, but not much in comparison to the other areas. Some of the other areas are sunk maybe 5 inches, 6 inches from that center. So it's bad. It's bad enough where it has to be fixed. And I'm just the guy to do it. But for now, until this, it probably won't happen until maybe Monday, next week, maybe next week sometime. Today is going to be continuing tearing out in the kitchen. I want to open this up, take this down. I will then start taking down this grid. I'm going to wire up temporarily. I'm considering wiring up temporarily these chases or just taking them off. Go ahead and removing them. I may remove some if there's a few that are going to stay in the same place even with the new floor plan upstairs. So I'm just going to have to work it. That's where the coffer ceiling comes in. I'm going to have to move the ductwork to mesh with the coffer ceiling and go down the chases that I'm building for the coffer. That's the only way I could think of to do it. And that would make it work out. I may call a friend, have them come take a look at this. Once I get everything out, removed, opened up, leveled out, new floor in. Because right now the floor is so unlevel, like you couldn't even set scaffolding up. There's areas where it's bad. Let me rephrase that. Yes, you could set scaffolding up, but I'm gonna have scaffolding with wheels on it, and just to wheel it around, it's gonna be lopsided and crooked, and I'm good with that. I don't want to do that. Plus, once I get a nice level surface here, and then I'll be able to figure out exactly what's going on up top as well. Be able to make adjustments. I'm curious to see if that's broken on this outside corner or not. Or I'm curious to see if the mortar has eroded out of the rock, and if the floor joists are grooved into the rock, which is a very old method that they could have used. They notched the lumber, the joist, and set it on a rock ledge. That could be the case, or it's rotted, or it's just snapped from moisture. I don't know. There's only a few things that would cause it to completely give like that. It doesn't look broken. It almost looks like the edge has fell, because you can see the gap under the baseboard in some areas. But it doesn't look like that's original base. So got a whole lot going on in this room. But this will be the value of the place. This will be a main value of redoing it, was fixing this floor. I'd say it'd probably take 2 to 3 weeks just to do this. Just to do the floor. Pull all these joists out and rejoist and replywood it all. I'd say 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Depends on how much help I got. It's a lot of heavy lifting. It's past 12 foot from the center, so I can't use 12 footers. So I'm going to have to buy 16-foot lumber and cut it. Or just overlap them. But I'm pretty sure there's a center beam here, like I was saying. Well, I'm just going to have to find out and see what I'm working with there. I may be repairing some of it. I may sister some of it. We'll just see. See how it goes. Like even whenever you have a sag on a floor that's been there this long, even if you were to jack up the joist to its original level on one end, it will maintain the sag because it essentially has warped the lumber permanently. I'm thinking about maybe reclaiming some of the joist and making it into some items like kind of the like cabinets you would have in a mud room, but for the entryway, kind of left of the door, similar to what they have here, but like where you could sit with cabinets underneath of it, stuff to place to put their shoes and do some storage. Maybe do a big TV built in here with it. I have some friends of ours that I might be able to take it and get it ran through a planer. It will look great. It's more than likely oak. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. When that dust settle in there, it's definitely going to help. I'm going to go and get some Tylenol. Pretty sure it's some in the car, I hope. Oh, what?
outside and sit in the shade for a little bit. Enjoy this day. Plug the camera in for a little while.
let's move this camera. I'm going to be removing this cabinet here. Okay, start moving stuff out of the way here. Do 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 do. No radio's brutal. I'm gonna have to be able to play some classic music or something that's not copyrighted. Oh, I do have one more board to remove around the top of this. Actually, I wanted to get ahead of myself. But, yeah, we'll save that. Found some old silverware. I don't know if it's silver or what it is. Silver plated, more likely. Where's my dust mask at? Definitely gonna need it. Sweep some of this up. I should have did this before the dust settled, but hey, I did not. Just sweeping up right now. Oh, I heard a text coming in. What we got here? Wearing these masks is like wearing a restrictor mask. It's not fun. Not fun. Get you in good shape though, I guess. Alright, I still have the traps down and stopped up with the sink. That way nothing, no debris gets down in there. Better sweep this off up here too. Keep this sink just usable enough. Rag or something to grab this and throw it out of here. Found this little dustpan. That might work. It fits in here. Oh yeah. Very nice. Doors need a scrubbing, that's for sure. A good Brillo pad or something to it. All right. Where did my big scooper go? Uh-huh. getting hungry. Plug my coffee pot back in. It's surprising how cool it stays in here. The AC's been off. It's like 65, 66 degrees in here. Right. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. This has a weird like mesh screen behind it to keep things from falling. I mean, I know what it's for, to keep things from falling back down and behind here because it had to hold it out away from the wall for the plumbing. This plumbing comes around and hooks into where those toilets and sinks are. The hot water tank is actually right underneath here. The pipes are not run on the inside of the cabinets, which is good. They are run on the inside on the kitchen cabinet, but it's staying for now, so it's not a big deal. Let's move our charging station. All right. We are off to the races. See how this is attached here. Little spur strip. Just got a regular screwdriver working it up. Once I get this first strip off of here, I will should be able to almost slide this cabinet out of the way from here. I'll have to check. Probably disconnect the countertop first. Just get a good view. Nailed that thing down like they're trying to keep an inmate out. see if we can't just pop this up off here. Keeps me from having to get up underneath there. We're not planning on reusing this. You know, it could be reused somewhere, probably. Decent. Yeah, I don't think that's a gouge. It should be okay. All right. This thing looks heavy. This could be a controlled fall situation. Let's see what we got here. So we just got a hot and cold. Ran. A little bit of an end skin connected here behind this pipe. I'm glad I seen that. That definitely just got to come out. Luckily it was already cut there. Alright, see if I can't get this countertop off of here without hurting myself. Pretty damn heavy. Yeah, gotta pull it. So what I'm doing now is, because I have room, I'm pulling it down away from that hot water heater. And then I'm just probably gonna maybe drop it over on the floor. One of them things, well, you got it up in the air and you don't have to bend down and get it. Just try to carry it out while I can. It's heavy. I just threw it down on the ground, that way I don't have to try to bend down. Hurt my back. I don't want to hurt my back. It's not bad if it's already up in the air, but lifting it from low or bending down with it, that's where you strain yourself. Watch out, about took one in the chin. All right. With the Sawzall, since I got it right here and ready. I believe we should be able to lift it up out of there. We, as in me, myself, and I, and you, whoever is watching. Nice. Nice. We're free and clear. Dragging it on out. Shut the doors so we don't get caught. Pretty good view. I don't know who's gonna make it. Ooh, that's close. It's close. It's very, very close. Hard to slide it. I might have to cut it. Oh, there we go. I think we got it now. Oh yeah. I might have to go all the way around. We're over. I don't like that idea. I'm walking around. Get this cabinet out of here. I'm gonna go eat. Good enough for now. Boom. Shakalaka. I don't know if you guys know where that's from, but it's from a video game called NBA 3-Point Jam. He's on fire. Boom shakalaka. All right. So we have the hot water tank here, the pressure regulator, the main coming in. We have a supply down here, cold coming in, hot coming out. The hot has come off teed to the bathroom and to the sink. Things that make you go, it works efficiently, that's nice. I mean, tucked up underneath there, did what it needed to do. They run it on the inside of the wall so it wouldn't freeze. I mean, they obviously knew what was going on. Was not concerned about current resale value, but I wouldn't be either if it was the situation. Okay, let's move on out here. See if we can't get a little different setup going. Let's go use one of these doors. Got stuff piling up, but we also have a dumpster on the way. I'm going to throw this up here. Make a tripod stand out of it. Forgetting to bring my little extension cord. I have to figure out how to make this a bigger screen. But hey, it's working. It's working. Good spot for it. Well, you know what? Let's do a little kitchen walkthrough since we're at it. Let's see where we're at. I still have the radiated baseboard heat to take off when it's no longer in use. Took out the soffit above the kitchen. We're going to be running the cabinets all the way up to the ceiling. A little bit of a mess to clean up. The island and the kitchen sink is staying for now, just to have a working area, not hurting anything. I will be removing the drywall from a section of this wall and a section of this wall as well. Might just come down 4 foot and remove it from there down, so I can rerun plumbing in the walls and the outlets and things. And should be good for there. Looking good, coming right along, making progress. Well, I got some baseboard I got to take off, and these radiated heat. That's what I got left in here for right now. I will start working on that. Actually, let me put you back right back in here. That'd be a good area to watch. Make sure you got a good view. Yep. Take the dust mask off now. Whew. Wow, it's like a breath of fresh air there. Take the old restrictor mask off. Grab my knee pad or floor pad. Looks like I just had these pieces in there as fillers. All right. I got 3/4 coming through the wall. This is where I cut it yesterday. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's loose. Still loose and still got water in it. This one walls to be cut. It's loose. You got to be really careful of these aluminum fins. One side's flat, but the other side is absolutely razor sharp, and they're thin. So, I mean, unlike a razor blade, you can't even grab it. It just slices you. So, anytime you can use a pry bar or gloves, I recommend doing that. Wow. That brick wall is so thick. It's ridiculous. But that's why it's been here for 100 years and it's still going strong. Because the people who built it was not messing around. Alright. Sawzall. Sawzall. Oh, nice. Spewed out water all over. Looks like we got a phone call coming in. What's going on, dude?
What's going on? I've been watching your stream.
Nice, you're on it right now.
I'm not the only person I think that's on it.
That's all right.
I was gonna say that there's no chat. I'm subscribed and everything.
Well, there's got to be because Brooke was in it this morning already.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not showing on my phone. I don't have the YouTube app, so that might be why.
Yeah, that's definitely why.
I deleted it after I quit scrolling on YouTube Shorts. If I want to look up a YouTube video, then I just Google it.
Yep, live streaming, going for it, ripping it out. Check it out.
You gotta get some lunch.
Soon.
I said you need to go get some lunch.
Yeah, I am soon.
By the time you get to wherever you're going to eat lunch at, it's going to be 40 minutes from now.
I try not to get right at lunch because everything gets backed up. You're better to wait till after the lunch crowd and then go eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially because I'm trying to last till like 7:30 every night because, you know, the people want to come over and help later on.
I don't think anybody's coming tonight, maybe Timmy.
Probably.
I gotta go mow tonight.
Well, you'll already be close.
Yeah.
You're only about 5 minutes away.
You'll probably be home by the time I get done mowing.
Probably, maybe. Depends.
Hopefully.
If the dumpster shows up, Timmy will probably be here working.
Yeah, you better be. Slave them away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's about time for me to eat. I got coffee. I got a coffee maker up here. That's a good start.
I know, I seen that on the stream. It's pretty funny. Moving around and trying to keep shit from falling in it.
Yeah. See? Somebody might actually watch it someday.
You've only said about 9 times that you're hungry on your stream. I need to go get some lunch here soon. It's pretty funny.
I definitely do. I think I'm going to go up to that little store and see if they got anything.
Might as well save yourself some driving.
Yeah, see what happens. Probably just go
All right,
now,
well.
actually.
I'll see you later.
All right, see you. Time for me to go and get something to eat.